and our next guest is somebody who knows plenty about Yahoo's deal strategy. Terence Kawaja is the CEO of Luma Partners, a New York-based M&A firm which focuses on digital media. In fact, Terry was involved in Yahoo's last deal, the purchase of InterClick for more than $200 million. He was also involved in Yahoo's acquisition of Dapper and Google's purchase last year of AdMeld. He's in New York. Terry, what does the significance of a CEO announcement now mean? How does it affect the strategy that the board has been working on?
Well, obviously, the board is in the midst of a series of discussions with private equity partners, with some of their investee partners where they have a stake, about asset sales. And so, in one sense, making the decision to hire a CEO and get someone on board who's taken the leadership role is going to strengthen their hand from the perspective of negotiations. It's never a good idea to negotiate by way of committee, and so the board coordinating with Tim and other people at the company is probably not the best way to go. This at least gives them, a single leadership voice that can represent their interests in any of these discussions going forward.
A lot of people like to say, is Yahoo a media or a technology company? They hire somebody with a deep technology background. How does that affect the kinds of deals we might see from Yahoo going forward?
Yeah, when I get asked the question, is Yahoo a media or a technology company, I usually answer yes. In other words, they're a digital media company, so clearly they're in the business of selling advertising. That is their core. But anybody in the digital space, it is innovating so rapidly that these companies have to be on the leading edge of technology in order to have a consumer experience that's meeting the needs of the rapidly evolving expectations in the digital realm. So they have to be on top of technology. Having someone who understands technology, I think, is good. And look, the fact that Scott himself doesn't have a deep experience in advertising doesn't so worry me because they have other people. Ross Levinson, for example, the EVP of the Americas, is deep experience in digital media, great contacts, and he has deployed a strategy, I think a very intelligent strategy as it relates to how Yahoo ought to develop its targeting capability and improve its advertising. He's taken control of inventory, taken control of data, and probably these are things that should have happened several years ago.
So it sounds to me like you think we are going to see, regardless of how this all plays out, Yahoo's going to continue to buy the kinds of companies, for example, like the deal that you were involved in last year.
Well, look, there's a variety of areas where Yahoo can continue to evolve their, leading edge capabilities in the digital media space. There's more in the data realm. There's video, which they made the acquisition of Into Now last year to help their social, TV capabilities. That's going to be important. Remember, Yahoo represents premium brand advertising, unlike a lot of other players who are focused on the bottom of the funnel. And for them, video advertisers, very key. They'll also probably be looking in the social space as well.
Roy Bostock on the conference call today said, basically, there's no way for this company to go private. Do you agree with that?
I think, first of all, they have these discussions that they're discussing about current assets and about moving around the cap table. And those discussions may have the result of either augmenting cash or reducing the size of the assets of the company. If that's done on a tax-efficient basis, that would materially reduce the overall size of Yahoo and bring it into the realm of something that's doable by private equity and, quite frankly, even venture capital money.
All right, so we'll continue to see if this is a private or public company a few years from now. Terry, thanks a lot. Terry Kawaja of Luma Partners.